YouTube's you can over here with a review of the Kamen Rider Ghost Gadget Series 03 Bat Clock. And as the name suggests, it's a bat-shaped clock. So there you go. Very self-explanatory here in the Ghost Gadget Series. So this is our third release, and this was released in November 2015 for about 3,500 yen or so, give or take. A little bit more expensive, but this one's got no lights. It's got sounds in it. That's what I wanted to say. Sounds, but I said lights, but no, there's no lights. But this is the first Ghost Gadget Series release to have its own individual sounds. Not only that, as you can see on the box right here, it has a third mode, a gun. It's an additional gun for Billy the Kid Damashii. So that is actually really, really freaking cool. I am really happy that we get a little bit more versatility in the Ghost Gadget Series. So there you go. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get it open and take a look. And here is the Bat Clock. It's not all that large. Again, normal Coke cans. It's actually almost exactly the size of a normal soda can. So there you go. The dial can move. That's exciting and stuff. You can make it whatever time you want. So there's that. On-off switch is right there. It is now on. Get some batting noises when you do. 2 AAA batteries right there. Nothing too wild or crazy. Of course, you do have a clock with a gun handle on the back of it, so that is kind of weird. But nothing's made a whole lot of sense in Ghost so far, so yeah, deal with it. In this clock mode, there really isn't anything to do besides moving the hands, but you can hit the trigger on the back to initiate a sound. Kind of a weird time warpy sort of sound with the bings and the bongs and the bats and the stuff. So there you go, that's the clock mode. That's all there is to the clock mode. You go ahead and open it up to switch it into its animal mode, and there is the bat. It is basically the same thing, except you have little bat wings as a clock face, and the body now reveals a thin silver and brown bat with its wings coming out of its ears. A little bit too high there, batty boy, but oh well. So yeah, that's all there is to this. There's no additional features or anything of the like. You can pick it up and pretend it's flapping its wings or something. That's really about all you can do with this. Again, if you hit the trigger, same noise. There's nothing to that at all. The same time warpy, bing bongy batty noise that we just heard previously. So yeah, very simple. Very, very simple. But hey, at least it has a sound. So there is that. Now, if we go ahead and close this back up, all nice and secure. Alright, we transformed. No, you actually have to slide this forward. And we now have the gun mode. It's pretty simple. You got a lot of extra spiggity space up in here, but other than that, it's alright. It feels nice. The handle could be a smidge longer, but again, it's a toy for kids, so not really going to complain about that. You got 2 gun barrels right here, or gun chambers, or whatever. Right up there, there is a button right there that will make them extend, but that is not part of the gun mode. We will take a look at that shortly with the combination with the Gan Gun Saber. But of course, in this mode, you have some additional sounds. So you got like a single shot and kind of like a double shot. So there you go. So you have an additional little handgun right there. And actually, I kind of dig it. Like I said, this open space is kind of weird. It actually kind of looks a little bit better closed in this position as a gun, because it doesn't have that open space. But again, now it just looks like you're carrying your clock with a club at the end of it. But if you go ahead and swing it forward one more time, it activates a clicky sound, or a ticking sound, not clicky. Pull the trigger. So you get kind of a final attack sort of sound with it. So And I think that's neat. I like the sort of kind of like reloading motion to it. I think it's just sort of fun to play with. So that is neat as well, and after you do that, it just goes back to normal sounds. So in this gun mode right here, we can go ahead and take our Gan Gun Saber in gun mode, which we have all nice and handy. So of course, Billy the Kid, he's got 2 guns going. So yeah, guns and stuff. But of course you can combine them, because that's the whole point of the Gan Gun Saber, is to be able to combine with the Ghost Gadgets, as well as having 4 really cool modes on its own, being the coolest toy in the Ghost toy line. But that is not the point here. So go ahead and line it up. And like I said before, it will activate those 2 gun barrels moving forward rather, by hitting that button right there as we push this in. So there's a little bit better view of that. So that will go forward. And now we are in the rifle mode. So if we pull the trigger on the Gan Gun Saber, we get some baddie firing noises with an orangey sort of LED to kind of match the brown color of the back clock. We pull the trigger on the back clock. That didn't change at all. But you can pull both triggers. To make a whole lot of obnoxious noises. So there you go. And of course there is one additional sound with this, the Omega attack. There you go, you have Omega Impact. So pretty nifty, and of course, just hit the button right down there. Split them apart. You can push those back in, and you're back to the 2 gun modes. So really, really neat. So at the end of the day, I really like the back clock. I think the gadget mode and the animal mode are both kind of weak on their own. The Condor phone, I think, is still the most fun in terms of the actual gadget and animal modes. But this one has a little bit of a charm to it. The weapon mode adds a lot of functionality to the toy. I mean, it's not a huge leap or anything like that, but having that additional mode does certainly help with the playability of the toy. And of course, having its own sounds helps a lot too. I really wish the other ones had their own sounds. I kind of wish the other ones had weapon modes too. Would have made this line incredibly versatile to be gadgets, animals, weapons, as well as being able to combine with the Gan Gun Saber. I know that's kind of asking a lot, but it really would have helped the line overall, I think. But that doesn't stop the back clock from, in my opinion, being the best of the line, having seen the Kumo Lantern, which we will hopefully be taking a look at relatively soon. It's still on its way to me at the time of this recording. But I digress. The back clock is a lot of fun, my favorite of the gadgets, and the one I definitely recommend the most. It doesn't add a whole lot to the Gan Gun Saber in terms of changing it. It's just adding an additional gun to a gun. But that extra feature is really neat, and dual-wielding the guns is admittedly quite a bit of fun. So that about does it for this review. If you like it, go ahead and blast that like button, comment below, and subscribe for more. So, as always, thanks for watching, take care, and have a great one. Bye.